tearing stuff up.
Messing up my set. All right, go ahead, Shai.
Mic check, mic check.
There it goes. That's it. Yep, we're good.
Millions of young boys grow up dreaming of being in the NFL. Shai McKenzie might make that dream come true. We sit down with him on today's House Call. Shai McKenzie, thanks for being here.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
So I want to go back to the beginning. You're coming out of Washington, Pennsylvania, southwestern Pennsylvania. You're a standout athlete in high school, graduated in 2014. You're recruited pretty heavily. I mean, these are big names: Florida State, Georgia Tech, Penn State, WVU, just to name some of them. These are the big boys.
Yes, sir.
What made you pick Virginia Tech?
I'm a family-first person. I originally was going to go to Pittsburgh University.
Okay.
My mother told me before I was making that decision that she wouldn't be able to make any games. I mean, it's a 12-hour drive. You know, I have other family members that live down there, sister, brother, now a nephew and another brother, and it was just going to be difficult for her to be able to travel up there. And Virginia Tech it was a little bit like a halfway point for Dad. Of course, Mom wanted me to go to Georgia Tech, and then now it's Dad. Well, I can't go to every game. It's a 12-hour drive for me. So Virginia Tech, you know, it was just like family with Frank Beamer, and you know the tradition down there, and you know Michael Vick went there, and you know we all wanted to be Michael Vick, but it was a good. You know, I felt like home when I visited there, and I felt like it was the best decision for me and my family.
Okay, and so it was about being close to both sides of the family, essentially. Okay. And there were pretty high hopes for you going into that season. I mean, there's media coverage everywhere about you. Tell me what it's like to be you in that moment.
It was exhausting. You know, just I had to change my phone number a couple times that year. It's just I was getting numerous phone calls. Different people want to do interviews with me and such. So, you know, it got overwhelming. So I just, you know, being 17 years old, 18 years old, it was taking in a lot. So it was definitely different. And
then August of 2014, your first collegiate game, 106 yards on 9 carries and a touchdown. What was it like to arrive on that level and do it in that fashion?
I couldn't believe it, you know. I actually didn't get into the game until I believe the third quarter, and you know, I just, you know, hearing Dad in the stands, put him in, and I got the opportunity to get in the game, and I just tried to take, you know, advantage and make the most of it.
Yeah, you got your shot and you took it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but the glory didn't seem to last long. A month later, you get hurt. What's going on in your mind now?
I just, you know, from playing, you know, first game, that rookie of the week, and scoring against Ohio State, it was just crazy, just how it was like a change of events, you know, from being that guy coming in, recovering from ACL and recovering fast at that, and you know, it just felt like I was on top, and then just like that, you know, it's just, well, good luck with surgery.
Yeah, right. And so then your sophomore year rolls around, you're hurt, so you're out with an injury. And then, as if to add insult to injury, you have this incident. And it looks now like maybe a series of bad decisions. But I want to hear from you. What happened?
My mind got a little sidetracked off of football. You know, I was at the top, and then just like that, rock bottom. So, you know, those temptations I had during the season, you know, they were coming back. I'm at a bar one night. I have a few drinks. I'm underage. I shouldn't even be in a bar.
Yeah.
I meet some underage women, me and my buddy, and they tell us they're 18 underage as well. So we end up going back to the place, find out they were underage. I had left condoms outside. They found them from outside and tucked them away, and basically blackmailed us. If you stop talking to us, then we're going to report, you know, to the police. And we're confused because we're thinking like, report why? You're 18. And that right there just clicked to us. They must not have been 18 years old.
Okay, so you didn't know that they were as young as they were at the time.
Not at all.
You think they're 18 years old like you.
Maybe
You're-
17.
You're all underage at the bar, but you're thinking this is college.
Yes, sir.
What's the big deal?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What are they trying to get out of it?
I feel like they just wanted some attention. You know, at that age, a lot of people want attention. When they found out it was me starting running back for Virginia Tech, you know, they're from 10 minutes from the area, so their families got to be big time Virginia Tech fans, and you know, one thing led to another.
Yeah. And so now this happens, and Virginia Tech actually suspends you. And so what are you thinking now? You're injured. You said from high to low, and then this happens. What's going on in your mind?
First thing I'm thinking is transfer, and I was like, I can't give up like that. You know, I know I can bounce back from this injury and this trouble, and so I decided I would stay. Ended up staying, and actually graduated. I graduated from Virginia Tech, but you know, a lot of people just thought I was going to give up, and just, you know, from incidents like that, and it was more so just how I could handle the situation. A lot of people just had their own outlook on it. Oh, he must have raped these girls and things like that. And if that was the case, I would have got kicked out of school. You know, that's a felony charge, and I get a misdemeanor. I went from everyone looking at me in class to now I got my hood up in class, trying to sit in the back and hide and not want to answer questions. And thankfully, my grade didn't slip from it. I was still, you know, a good student in the class and all academic American. So that was important to me.
So you did end up staying at Virginia Tech. You graduated there. You played a little bit more football there too, and you're showing sparks of light throughout this time, right? September 10th, 21 yards and a touchdown. But at this point, there are probably people wondering whether you will ever reach the potential that they saw for you. Is that fair to say?
Exactly. And we were getting a new coaching staff around then, I believe, with Coach Justin Fuente coming in from Memphis, and I'm sure he knew everything, but no one's bigger than a program. So if you get into some trouble like that, it's not tolerated. So a lot of people were more, well, Shai showed sparks, he's a good running back, but is he healthy? And I was always the pointing to, well, he still had that ACL, is he healthy? And I honestly thought I was healthy, you know, but, you know, I always had to go back to, he got in trouble. Is it just because they don't want to play me? Is it? And that's where.
Okay. So there were times when you believed they're not playing you, and they're saying it's that you're not healthy, but you feel like that's not it. It's about this other stuff. And you would say that people get the story wrong.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because I read a lot about this stuff, and you're saying it's not really what people think it is.
Yes, sir. So it's you know, there's articles, you can find different articles that say they're 13 years old and stuff like that. I'm just like, no, I would be a felon. I wouldn't be in college and
right.
such. So I had ended up having a talk with that new staff, and they were like, you know, you were a starter here. We think you're a really good football player, but that's stuff like that is just hard to put behind you.
Yeah.
They were honest with me and said I just needed to look for a new home, and I was perfectly fine with staying on scholarship, graduating, and looking somewhere else.
Okay, so then you end up at Hampton University and over 1,200 yards rushing. You're averaging 5.6 yards per carry, which means pretty much every other time you touch the ball, it's a first down, right?
Yes,
So your first team offense, all Big South. Now there's buzz again about the possibility of you playing at the next level.
Yes, sir.
That's a pretty big roller coaster. What do you take from that whole journey?
Really just perseverance. You know, I just didn't quit. Even, you know, coming in this sixth year, I wasn't a starter. There was a guy we had that filled that role last year who had 800-yard season. So I came in, I had to definitely work for a spot, and came in, and I only had like, I think 400 yards going into like week 6. So 800 of it came in the last 6 games it was. So
and you're big on family. You said it, and I've seen that you've said it before. How much pressure is there for you to sort of make good for the family?
It's a lot, you know. I just got my master's recently. I finished that last spring.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Not everybody does that, so
Thank
that's
you.
impressive.
And no other sibling in my family went to college. You know, I know football is not forever. I had injuries, obviously, so I know that my education can take me a lot further.
You say that as if to say you recognize football isn't going to be everything. It's not going to be forever. Do you still hope for there to be some more football?
Yes, sir. If I can, 5 years maybe is get a pension. I'm cool with that. I just want to. The money's cool, but I just want to say I made it. Just everything that I've been through, and I know my family would be happy if if I can make it.
I've seen you say before that you like the Hulk, that he's big and strong, and that you sort of see yourself in that way. And at the bright moments in your career, you have played that way. Do you think you could dominate in the NFL?
I have the size. I feel like I have the speed and the ability to maybe make impact for a team out there.
Yeah.
Whoever it could be, if I get that opportunity, it would be a blessing. So.
And I have to say, you don't know this, but I watched you play once. Obviously, we're from the same hometown, same high school, and I heard all these stories. You got to go see this kid play, and it was like you were playing against little kids. It was dominant. It seemed unfair. You were a standout, and so it makes me happy to think there's still a shot. You believe there's still some life left in you, and so you've declared as a prospect in the 2020 draft, right?
Sir.
There are scouts, hopefully, doing their homework on you right now, right? And so they're going to do their homework just like we did our homework. They're going to see everything we saw. They're going to see the injuries. They're going to see the legal stuff. And so right now, hopefully, there's a scout watching this, right? And they're on the fence, and they're thinking, why take a chance on a guy like this who sort of had this journeyman career, right? What do you want them to know about you?
I believe everyone deserves second chances. Everyone makes mistakes. It was a long journey, and I kept my head on straight. I had that incident, 6 years ago. I haven't been injured in the past 5 years, so I feel like taking a chance on me would be great. Even talking to some agents, they're like, "Well, that's great. You have your master's." Not a lot of people come out, prospects with their master's, so they know that I take school very serious. So, and I feel like they will be getting a good person on and off the field.
Okay. Well, my life is an example of what happens when you can give someone a second chance. And so I'm big on second chances. And I at least hope that you get that second chance. So we wanted to have this conversation, maybe give you an opportunity to tell your side of this. And so I wish you the best of luck.
Yes, sir.
So if you have any thoughts, any questions, any comments for this young man, leave them for us in the comments on Facebook, on YouTube. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe so you know when new episodes are coming out. But for today, that's all I've got. I'm Dr. Rueben Brock, and this is House Call.